Good morning. Good morning. How are you? As you get here, make sure that you say hello and let me know that you're here. And there we go. All right, give me a minute to get all the places up and running. Make sure you say hello and let me know that you're here when you get here. Well, I do all the little behind the scenes things. Not so much behind the scenes, right? All right, so good morning, Wendy. I see you're back in town, right? Aren't you back home? Wendy is our a worldly traveler. She's a cruise aficionado. Been on more cruises than I've ever thought about even going on. Have you ever done any of the river cruises? I'm just curious. Hello, Jackie. All right. So good to have you here. So, this morning I was spending some time listening to some uh, different people on listening to YouTube videos, and what was coming to my mind was our lens of the world and how we see things, right? And how we can actually create so much within us. Home should be here during October. No river cruises on Royal Caribbean in the Caribbean. Well, I know there's some river cruise organizations and ships just for river cruises, and it looks very intriguing because it's a smaller thing. Of course, it's a lot more pricey, I think, most of the time than going on a Caribbean cruise and stuff. But it's like all the rooms are really big, and then the the itinerary of where they go, and then the amount of people per person that works on the ship is smaller. So I've been very intrigued, but have never done it. So I was just curious. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you this affirmation because, like I was saying, I was really thinking a lot about it this morning and how we are so powerful, yet we don't always utilize our power, right? So, our affirmation is I'm powerful beyond measure, ready to unleash my greatness and create magic wherever I go. So remember, anything we say after the words I am powerful beyond measure. Mm. And we are, because whatever we focus on, we create, right? We draw things to us by what we focus on. And it's not just focus, but it's feeling. It's all these things that um, are evident in the things that are around us, what our thoughts and everything are, right? And we are so powerful that we can choose to have different thoughts and have create a different direction in our life. If we're not happy with what we've got or where we're at or how we feel, then all that means is that it's time to be doing some inner work and figuring out how we can move it, how we can change it up, right? But that means if we can do that, right? We are powerful beyond measure. I mean, the amount of change that we can make just for ourselves is huge. But like I've been talking the past few days, if we spend some time sending amazing positive energy to all the people that are affected by this hurricane. And, we've got the new hurricane that's about to hit in Florida. And there's so much that we can actually help raise the vibration of people. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning. Good to have you here. And so, if we can do that, what can we do in our own lives, right? Choosing love in every moment changes your life. Yes, yes, Robin, it does. And the thing that was coming up for me as I was thinking about this affirmation and journal prompt this morning was a quote by Helen Keller. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So we get to choose. Do we want it to be this daring adventure? Do we want to be able to unleash our greatness and create magic wherever we go? Then do it, right? And of course, it's one of those things that it's always easier said than done. However, we can. Milton is a monster. I hope people have evacuated. Yeah, I have been watching. Some people have, some people have not. Yes, Robin, I do too. I love jumping into the unknown. And you and Wendy, you said, I am a daring adventure. Yes. And so I think we can take, I mean, if you think about it, I mean, what was all the things that Helen Keller was battling against, right? If anybody had a right to just lay down and give up, I mean, she did, right? But she chose not to. So to me, if somebody like that with all of these things really strikes against them to having this amazing life, if she can decide that she's going to have a daring adventure and see everything of possible in her life and create an amazing life, then what excuse do we have? None, right? So we can choose to have this daring adventure and see how powerful we are because we can choose to have it our life as a daring adventure. And because when we get in groups like this and we start raising our vibrations together, the possibilities are endless, right? We can make a difference. And so I'm wondering, hold on, let me see if there's something else going on over here. I hate keep looking down at my phone, but I can't always see the comments and everything on the computer. And it's funny because yesterday it's like I could look at the computer and part of the comments would be there. And then I could look at my phone and there were a lot of comments that never showed up. It's like, I don't understand. How does Facebook pick? I'll let that one go. I don't know. It's just funny. But back to our affirmation. And remember, the I am statements are ultra powerful. We claim this. I am powerful beyond measure. And I am ready to unleash my greatness and create magic wherever I go. Just imagine for a moment that everywhere you go today, now whether you're in person somewhere or you're on a Zoom call, what if just your presence, your vibration, your energy field created magic for you and for others. Just feel into that for a moment. What if today you could just, your presence was magical? How would that feel? For me, I mean, I love to like even go into the grocery store. I love when I'm there and I can see people that, and I'm not happy that they look depressed by any means, but I love it when I see someone who looks down, who looks depressed, and I can say something to them and they open their eyes wider and they smile. And sometimes they will actually end up having a conversation. And so, in that instant, you've raised them up just a little bit. And, then it's up to them what they want to do with it from there. But most of the time, if you can just get that raise just a touch and you see how much better that feels, you kind of hold on to it for a little bit. So I feel like every time I go out, if I am in the right vibration, of course, I'm not always in the perfect vibration. Hell, nobody's perfect, right? So there are times that I go and it's like, ooh, but most of the time I focus on what kind of magic can I create today while I'm here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share the journal prompt. If you tapped into your superpower every day, what amazing things would you do? Dream big and just list all the bold, exciting ways you'd use your power to make life a true adventure. Because what did Helen Keller say? Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So just think about it. Today, you get to explore you as an adventurer, right? And so one of the things, good morning, Kimmy. Now, why do you have a question mark after that? Was that an accident? Are you asking? Yes, it's a good morning. And hello over on Instagram. So what I like to say is when you do this journal prompt, that you spend some time just in silence. Yes, and for me, I'm okay, just chilled. So is it cold where you're at, you mean? I did have to turn my ceiling fan down a little bit, but it's still going to be in the high 70s today, although it's only 57 now. So anyway, get into some silence, and silence helps you to really get in tune with your inner voice, your God voice, your intuition, your subconscious mind, all of those things. All right. Well, Kimmy, I will say I am not looking forward to cold weather, but for whatever reason, I have been really, really wanting so bad to pull out some of my snuggly, thick shirts that just are so soft and comfy. So I must be needing a warm hug, right? Because I've been really looking forward to when it gets cool enough that I can pull those out. So I need to be doing something really nice for myself, right? Right? Instead of just waiting for the weather to get cool enough that I can pull out those snuggly items. But let me get back to what I was talking about. When we can get into silence and we're listening to the God voice and intuition and our subconscious mind, what works the best is as you drop into silence, you're going to have those moments where your mind is just going all over the place. Oh, how long have I been here? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? What do I want to have for lunch? I mean, there'll be so many things that'll go through your mind. And that's perfectly normal, right? I've heard people say, well, it's hard for me to meditate because I can't shut my mind off. And I think, well, nobody can shut their mind off unless there's some Tibetan monk way out in the middle of nowhere that practice this for hours and hours and hours every day, right? The thing is that all we need to do or what works the best, is to just quiet it a little bit. And so that you can actually concentrate and get in tune with your inner ideas and thoughts and feelings, right? So what I recommend you do, and this is what helps me. So if there's something else that helps you to do that, definitely let us know in the comments, so that we can all try that as well. But I will set my timer for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is I'm doing. So if you could do 5 or 10 minutes, that's good, right? But then I will focus on my breath. So I'll count my breaths and I'll breathe slow into my belly, because those belly breaths are what we're looking for, not the chest breathing, the belly breathing. And then if my mind is really starting to chatter, then I will focus on sounds in the room and I will label them. Breathing exercises, yes, yes. I will label them, like I can hear my ceiling fan. I can hear the screensaver. I can hear my computer. And then right now I can hear somebody outside with a blower, it sounds like. And so sometimes I can hear my fountain downstairs, or maybe I can hear a dog barking. So it just kind of brings you right back into the moment instead of the chatter about everything, right? And so once you get into that, where you're into the space right here in the now, in the moment, then that's when you can, when your timer goes off, open your eyes and just brain dump whatever comes out. Don't judge it. Don't criticize it. Even if it sounds like something that, oh my gosh, that's nothing I would ever do, right? Even if it sounds like something that is so ridiculous, if you said it out loud, people would laugh at you. Even if it sounds so far-fetched that there's no possibility whatsoever, write it down. Because what we're doing is we're letting our intuition, our God voice, our subconscious mind to give us thoughts and ideas that are there percolating. We just aren't, it's not in our conscious. And as you get all of those things out, then that's when you can look at them and then you can see, which one of those do I want to start on first, right? So remember, your journal prompt is, if you tapped into your superpower every day, what amazing things would you do? Brain dump about that one then. And then dream big and list all the bold, exciting ways you'd use your power to make a life a true adventure. And just see what shows up. And the reason I like for you to have like a journal or a notebook that you use specifically for our daily affirmations and journal prompts is just so that you have someplace that you've put it all, that you can go back and look. So put the date at the top, put the affirmation and the journal prompt. And the thing that is really cool is when you get all this stuff written out and you've journaled about it, and you can just close it up, and then you don't even have to look at it again. Your subconscious mind is still at work, right? But if you come back in a month, 2 months, 6 months, whatever, and you look at it, you're going to see that some of the things that are on there that you thought were so far out of reach, you now can see that if it's not already here, it is a possibility, because our subconscious is feeding us. And we just need to pay attention and be open to the possibilities. And that's what doing all this does, is it opens you up to more possibilities and lets you get in touch with the inner voice of what you are wanting to do in your life, even things that you never even thought you would want to do in your life, right? So, does that make sense? All right, so I'm going to go back to our affirmation. I am powerful beyond measure, ready to unleash my greatness and create magic wherever I go. Put that on your sticky note, your index card, the screensaver on your phone. Put it somewhere that you will see it today so that you can be reminded of how powerful you really are. Because the power is there. So you're either using that power on purpose or by default. And remember, Helen Keller said, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. So you choose, which one do you want? Do you want the daring adventure? Or do you want to just let a whim toss you about in the ocean and you just go wherever other people tell you to go? Or do you want to choose? I want to choose because I know I am powerful beyond measure. I haven't always known I was powerful, right? There were times in my life that I felt like a total victim of circumstances and I felt like things were against me and this was wrong and that was wrong. And woe's me, how could this happen to me again? I've been there many times. And it doesn't mean that I don't ever fall prey to that now. Every now and then something will happen. I'll think, what the hell? And then I'll remember, oh, I've got to look and see, what am I doing? What am I saying? How am I showing up? So we are powerful beyond measure. Let's just choose to focus on how amazing our life can be if we unleash our greatness and create magic wherever we go. I'm trying to see my eyebrows. Whoop. All right. So then our our journal prompt. If you tapped into your superpower every day, what amazing things would you do? Anybody got an idea? What amazing thing would you do if you tapped into your superpower every day? I need that Jeopardy music. Anybody got any ideas? Let me think. So if I tapped into my superpower every day, what amazing things would I do? Well, I haven't sat with this one very much this morning. I would help others to tap into theirs. Oh, I love that, Kimmy. I love that. I will ask you, though, what would you do for you? And the reason I ask this is because not too long ago, I had a session with Trisha, and she's in the group. And so she had told me I went to see her in person. She is a hypnotist. She specializes in like past life regressions and things like that. And I do those, but that's not my specialty. And I need coaching and hypnosis just like everybody else, right? So I went to go see her, and she had told me to come with some questions that I wanted answers for. So when I get there, I show her my list of questions, and there were several on there that were, about helping other people and doing this and doing that and everything. She said, no, 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 no. This is about you today. We want to know what you need. And so I'm taking off the ones that are about your clients or about your group or about your family. I'm taking those away, and let's talk about you. And it was like, until she said that, I didn't even realize that I had spent so much time in there worrying about other people, but I wasn't taking care of me, right? So let's see what you got here, Kimmy. I would work on improving my overall health and to forgive myself for my shortcomings and imperfections. Yes, I love that. So I would say, what's the first thing you can do to improve your overall health? I will tell you that one of the things that if you're looking to make a change in your health, if you started with your water and started drinking the right amount of water and actually breathing into it every time you started to drink your water, and just recognize that it was the energy, the God fluid going into you, it would change things. But most of the time, that is one of the things that, because I used to be a health coach, is how I started this whole process. And one of the things that most people don't do is drink enough water. So there you go. That's one thing you can do if you're not doing that already, Kimmy. But thank you for sharing too. And we are who we are, and let's just celebrate that, right? And I love the forgiveness part, because let me tell you, that's one of the things that a lot of people have a really hard time with, is forgiving themselves or forgiving others, and especially others, because they start feeling like if they forgive them, then they're saying whatever they said or did is okay. But you're not. You're just taking out the sting, because by not forgiving people, it's like taking poison and expecting them to die, right? You're welcome. Yes, increase my water for sure. Beautiful, Kimmy. Beautiful. And I just recently started putting a all right, a rose quartz in my water. Now, let's see. I don't even remember what rose quartz is supposed to do, but I had a whole bunch of crystals and I played with the crystals to see which one needed to go in my water. And it was a rose quartz. And it actually is the shape of a heart, too. So if anybody remembers what rose quartz is symbolic for or what it does, definitely say something, put that in there. Yes, forgiveness. Wahida, are you still there? If you are, I know you know what rose quartz is about. So I'll have to look it up if nobody can give me an answer here. Like I said, I just went with the energy of whichever one needed to be in my water. So it's rose quartz. All right. So thank you guys for being here, and for sharing your thoughts. I so much appreciate you. And if you're watching on another platform and you're not part of this amazing stand up and stand out community, you can actually ask to be a member. You're welcome, Carrie. You can ask to be a member. You just go to VickyPoole.com, VICKIEPOOLE.com, and then you'll be prompted to answer some questions, and then we'll get you in the group, because we've got some amazing things coming up. I posted yesterday about Thursday's event with Stacy, and I think anybody that decides to use my link and go to that, have a powerfully adventurous day. Ooh, I like that, Wendy. I'm glad you're back. I've been missing those little tidbits that you give at the end. But anybody that uses my link to go to the event, which it's in the there's a a post, but I'll try to remember to stick it in today's thing, because what I think I'm going to do is anybody that chooses to just go, and write down your notes and get some nuggets and everything. You don't have to do anything beyond that. But anybody that does, I'm going to do a Zoom where we're actually going to do um, like a joint, a group meditation to help each of us as we're moving forward in life. And so, if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, then definitely go to the link, sign up for going to the masterclass, Stacy's masterclass, and I'm going to be there because I've been to it before, but every time she has new information. And so I'm always scribbling notes, and just the nuggets that she throws out are just profound. So, and it doesn't matter whether you have a business that you're wanting to promote or anything like that, or if you're just wanting to get the meditation, or if you're just wanting to see how you can maybe bring people together for another cause that maybe you have. Because some of us have like charities that we're involved with, and maybe you want to get people together to. Is this the one on the 10th? Yes, yes, Carrie, it is. Yeah. Um, so there are so many things that we can utilize this information to create, not just a business, right? So definitely. Okay, you signed up. Perfect, Carrie. Perfect. And so I'll be checking. So anybody that signs up under my link, make sure that you let me know for sure, and then I will make sure that we talk about when we want to do this group meditation. It's be kind of like a group meditation visualization. It'll be so much, but I'm so looking forward to doing it. I haven't done one in just a bit, and I'm kind of missing it. So I thought this would be the perfect opportunity to support you guys by if you join the masterclass to say thank you and support you and in that way. So all right, so I'll share the link in the comments today so that you can sign up. So, as Wendy so eloquently said, have a powerfully adventurous day, and I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Mwah.